Oh, hiya. What's up, YouTube and Facebook? It is not quite mint time. I'm afraid I'm Tom. I'm on my own again tonight. Unfortunately, Rich has got some work commitments. So, yeah, this is not quite mint. Welcome to the show. It is our review show. It's the Thursday. So we're going to be reviewing the comics that came out on the 14th of October 2020, which was yesterday. Unfortunately, I can't say that I've read them all. I haven't had that much time, so I'm just going to run through the ones that I have read and give you a little bit of a my top five, according to what me and Rich thought would be our top five. That I thought I'd read them first. As always, guys, remember to sub to the channel, hit that like button, and the little dingly bell so you don't miss any of our content. It is the best way to show support by subbing and giving us that thumbs up. We massively appreciate you guys coming in, listening to us ramble on about comics and generally just take up your time, but we very much enjoy you all being here, and it is nice to be part of the community. If you're not already following us on Instagram or this way, I'm not used to being on my own, this way. So if you're not following us on Instagram or Twitter, then please do. We are very active, and actually I have got some personal exciting news to tell you about, which I'll tell you about at the end of the video, which hopefully you'll all enjoy. So after all that, let's get into this, the nitty gritty of this video. Let's talk about the comics that came out. Now, we didn't do a review show last week, so I've got a couple of notables from last week's reviews that, because of distribution issues and the actual channel itself going through some changes and stuff, that we missed out doing a review last week. So last week we had Batman issue 100 from the James Tynion run, which is the finale of the Joker War, and it was epic. It would have been our pick of the week last week. It was 100% an epic story to finish on. I mean, I like the way it ended. I liked that you got to see this kind of battle that the Batman goes through, where he's like, do I, don't I kill the Joker? And Harley puts him in an incredible of kind of flipping the switch, if you like, and just leaving the Joker to his own devices. He doesn't essentially kill the Joker, if you like, because, you know, spoiler alert, because this video has got spoilers. I'm just going to tell you that. The video has got spoilers, guys, because I cannot do a review without them, I'm afraid. So, yeah, spoiler alert, Harley straps Joker up with a bomb. Oh, no, yes. Harley straps Joker up with a bomb and herself, and basically Batman's he can only save one of the two. So he ends up deciding to save only Harley, knowing that Joker's got his utility belt and he can, you know, get out of that situation. So he decides to help Harley rather than help Joker. But the Joker says to him, if you go and help Harley, I'm just gonna die. Like, you're making the ultimate sacrifice here. If you go off and help Harley, I'm gonna die. So obviously he doesn't, and there are going to be more Joker stories, but Batman makes that choice. He literally takes what Joker said and he's like, right, okay, yeah, fine. If you're willing to die, then yeah, fine. Go away. See you later. What's up, GP Venom? Thank you for popping in, mate. It's nice to see someone's in here listening to me ramble on. Yeah, and also at the end of Batman 100, we got a nice little backstory character bit about the Clown Hunter, who's been one of my personal favorites in this little bit. He's only been in it very slightly, but I like his outfit. I like his origin. I like the fact that he runs around with a bat. I like that he's killing clowns, because I personally don't like clowns. So it's cool for me. I mean, I think he's a really cool character. I can't see them getting rid of him anytime soon. I think he's going to be a longevity character. I think he's going to stick around for a while. I'm interested to see what Batman's going to do about him now that he's warned him not to do what he's doing, but he's still going to continue to do what he's doing. So yeah, I think he's going to be around for a while, and I can't wait to see how that dynamic works. Also, we got the first full appearance, or cameo first full appearance, of the Ghost Maker as well at the end of that issue. So he's cool, and I'm looking forward to see where he's going to be at next week when they drop Batman 101. Anyway, that's enough of the reviews from last week. The only other notable one I want to mention from last week, sorry to go back on myself, is that we're only killing. We only find them when they're dead. Issue 2 came out last week, and it was really good. I think it's a really good series, and I'm really looking forward to where it's progressing. My mom is here. Hello to my mom. She's on Facebook. I'm going to just pop GP Venom's up on here. So hello, GP Venom. I've already said hello, but just going to pop you up. And then my mom. So Emma Ems is my mom. So everyone keep your language. That's all right. She won't mind. She hears me F and Jeff all the time. Anyway, so let's get into the reviews from this week. So the first couple of notables I'm going to do is Superman 26 came out, and I loved it. I thought it was great. I actually do think this is quite a good, cool story that he's kind of regretting giving away his secret identity, and he's struggling with that. And then this new character turns up at the end, or like in the middle of this comic, and he's having to fight him, but he can't speak to him. He can't get any dialogue with him to find out what his problem is, or if there is a problem. So that was quite cool. So I thought Superman 26 was good this week. All of the Extra Swords tie-ins have come out this week. If you want to find out what I've got to say about them, and hopefully some of the community will join me next Monday as we do our X of Swords review show issue 3, where we will be covering those three issues, which is Cable, Hellions, New Mutants, and the handbook as well. I mean, not that you want to review a handbook because it's basically just a character bio, but yeah, we will be talking about that next Monday. And also a couple of other notables is Once and Future came out. It is by far one of my favorite series going on, and this issue again didn't disappoint. It was very, very good. Dan Mora's artwork is incredible. If you don't follow me on Instagram, follow Not Quite Mint on Instagram, then you won't know that I am a massive J. Scott Campbell and Dan Mora fan. Dan Mora can do no wrong in my eyes. I think his artwork's incredible. Anyway, very good issue. The only other one I was going to note, and it didn't make it into my top 5, is this Rorschach, which was the DC Black Label, looking at Rorschach, the character from the Watchmen series. Now, Rich was really excited about it. I wasn't so much because I haven't actually read Watchmen. I've only watched the film and some of the TV series. So I'm not really that invested in Watchmen. And I know it's a Bible for most people on comic book and pop culture, and I really should read it. So I know Rich was really excited about it, and I had a bit of a chit chat with him earlier, and he was saying that he found this one very boring, very kind of convoluted, a little bit like complicated in places, and it just didn't gel. So that was nice hearing that from him, because I personally felt the same, and I only read half of it and thought, I can't read anymore. I'm bored to tears. I'm falling asleep. I've got so many other books I want to read to review for you guys that I thought this one's just got to go on my back pile, and I'll catch up with it another day. So I actually didn't finish reading Rorschach. So it didn't make it into my top 5. It didn't even really make it into my top 10. But I have to make a note of it because it was an issue 1, and it was looking, into the death of that character and who that character originally was. So that's that one. So let's do the top 5. So in at 5, I'm gonna have to jump out of the way here, and I'm not very good at which way direction I've got to go because I only did some overlays. So is Commanders in Crisis, which is the new issue, a new Image comic brought to you by Steve Orlando and David Tinto. Really cool premise. I like the idea that he's basically trying to cram in the DC Crisis into one comic in his own way. So he's trying to give you character development. He's trying to make you fall in love with the characters. He's trying to give you this sense of doom and dread that's going on. It's got quite a fast pace to it. You're introduced to quite a lot of different characters straight off the bat. They're all very culturally relevant as well at the moment. Like lots of things going on, and you meet new characters from different backgrounds. It's really, really cool. Yeah, I kind of liked it. It was. It gives you a lot of information in the first page about the fact that he's going to try and cram in a lot of information and a lot of kind of backstory, character development and stuff in this small issue. So you're kind of prepared for that. So when you go into it and you read it, it is like that. You do kind of, you aren't bombarded with information, but it flows well. It worked well. I liked the characters. I thought they were great. I thought the fight scene in it was good. I liked the characters, kind of their abilities that they have. I think that's pretty cool. I also liked at the end, again, spoiler alert, I liked at the end that they talk about the fact that they're all from different worlds or different alternate universes of Earth, and they've all kind of come together in this one planet, and this particular character has brought them all in, which is pretty cool. And she's pretty cool. She's got this badass like armor and stuff. She's pretty cool. And I think she's kind of like the main character that's brought them all together. But saying that, it was cool, but there was far too much to try and take in. So I did get a bit confused in places, and I'm not really sure what's going on. I'm not sure who's who, but it is a cool comic that he's tried to cram all those things into one book. I am intrigued to see where it goes, so I will pick up issue 2. GP Venom saying Tom King Strikes Again. I'm pretty sure that's about Rorschach. I actually didn't see who wrote it. I surely probably should have looked into that before I started talking about it and going on about how boring it was. So my apologies on that one. So yeah, that was Rorschach and Commanders in Crisis. Commanders in Crisis I would definitely recommend anyway. In at number 4, again, I'm going to have to do a bit of dodging about. It's that way. Is Dark Knights issue 4. Now, me and Rich again spoke about this one, and Rich wasn't that blown away by it. He again thought this was a little bit of a kind of, all the tie-ins we've had so far have been epic. They've been great. They've been really good fun. I mean, like the one with the rabbit in the multiverse thing, Captain Carrot. He was absolutely amazing. I mean, we've all fallen in love with Captain Carrot over that one issue, so that's pretty cool. I mean, I don't know if you've loved him beforehand, amazing. If you didn't love him beforehand, now you love him, absolutely incredible, brilliant, great story. He doesn't obviously appear in this. That was a one shot. That was a tie-in to this. This is part of the main story, and it was a little bit disappointing considering all the tie-ins and all the one shots were as good as they were. So with Dark Knights Death Metal issue 4, it was a little bit slow paced and the ending wasn't great, but I'll get into that. But Rich basically said to me in message that he wasn't impressed. He didn't think it was that good. He probably would have put it lower and probably put Commander in Crisis above it, but unfortunately he's not here, so I get full reign to swip them around. I probably would agree that I liked it more than I liked what's it called, Commanders in Crisis, purely because there's this lovely bit between Wonder Woman and Superboy Prime, which is brilliant, where she tries to convince him that although he's trying to save the world, as it were, like he's trying to have this he's trying to have this like hero planet that he looks after. Although he's trying to do that, she's trying to say, if you give the Darkest Knight, the Batman who laughs, what he wants, you won't get what you want. Like, it's not going to happen in any way, shape, or form. And if you have to sacrifice and be evil to get the perfect world, then you're building a foundation on evil. So what's the point? You know, why would you want to do that? So that was quite cool. So she convinced him. She turned him around. Again, sorry, spoiler alert. So she turned him around, which is quite cool. What's up, Grey Man? Thanks for popping in. It's nice that someone else is here. So got GP Venom, my mom, and the Grey Man in. So that's brilliant. So I've at least got 3 of you listening to me whittle on. My partner has just arrived. So
hi, Mum.
She said hello, Mum. Yeah. So it's a couple of spoilers. So in this one, you get a little bit about you get Harley Quinn and Robin King having a little bit of a set to, which was pretty cool. But Robin King's annoying me. I just think he's a really petulant child. I know that's what his character's supposed to be like, but I want him to be more badass. I want him to be a bit more, I don't know, a bit more violent, I guess, a bit more like, I don't know, just not a petulant child. He was just irritating. I'm just finding him really irritating, which I didn't want from a character. I've got enough characters that I find irritating. I didn't need another one. Anyway, he was okay. That bit was all right. The bit that I think that Rich was annoyed about, and again, I felt really annoyed about, if I hadn't read the lovely bit, or the bit I liked with the Wonder Woman and Superboy Prime, and I'd only read it and then got to the end, spoiler alert, the what's it chair that Wally West is sat in, the Morbius chair that Wally West is sat in, is linked to the Darkest Knight. So even though they managed to get the Crisis energy, they just give it straight to the Darkest Knight. And I just thought that was a real big cop-out right at the end. And I think Rich agreed with me that was just a bit meh. I don't really know how else to describe it. Then it was just a bit like, well, oh, nice one, well done. What's up, Hydra? Nice to see you in, mate. Another one, yay! Got more friends. Yeah, so yeah, Darkest Night, Death Metal's issue 4 was good, but underwhelming. Is probably the best way to describe it. So in issue 3, in at number 3, I've put Captain Marvel issue 22. I think 22. Yeah. So this one's really cool. I think Kelly Thompson is doing great things. I just think, for me, I find Captain Marvel a really fun book to read. Every single month, it gives me something to look forward to. It's good fun. There's lots, you've got War Machine in it. You've got Jessica Drew in it. You've got Hazmat. It's quite cool. I liked the idea that they were going to find this alien spaceship that sat there in a tree. I thought that was pretty cool. Then this whole thing happens, and they end up in, or what happens is she gets shot into the future. Or is it the future, or is it an alternative reality? I don't know yet at this moment. But it was really kind of cool that they did that. So yeah, I think that was sorry, I've got a bit confused in what I'm saying, so bear with me. So yeah, so I like that she got shot into the future, or this alternative reality, because you do get some first appearances. So you get to see some older versions of characters that you've seen before. So you get to see Jessica Drew, but really, really old. You get to meet her son, who's now a young man. You get to meet Clint Barton's daughter, who's now an old lady. You also get to meet, not an old lady, like a young lady. You also get to meet War Machine's daughter, which is pretty cool, because at this time, War Machine's dating Carol Danvers. So it's interesting that she's then got that dynamic that she's meeting War Machine's daughter, but it's not her daughter. So that's quite a cool dynamic. I liked that. It was pretty wicked. So yeah, it is looking cool. I like the idea of these new characters. I'm interested to see where it goes. But it's just a fun book. I mean, I definitely would recommend going out and reading the Captain Marvel series that Kelly Thompson has written, because it is really good. I massively enjoyed it. So yeah, in at number 2, so that was number 3. This is number 2. Is again another one that I'm massively enjoying. That is an independent, and that's Secret 7. So this is issue 3. Again, another one. I'm like I said, just repeating myself. I'm really enjoying. It's written by Tom Taylor, and the artwork is by Daniel Di Nincio. And it continues to be one of my favorite books, along with Something Killing the Children, and We Only Find Them When They're Dead, and Once and Future. They're by far my favorite books going on at the moment, and I'm a huge Marvel fan, so all the independents at the moment are my favorite books, which is really strange for me to be able to say out loud. Anyway, I'm loving the idea of this one, that it's like an MI6 meets G.I. Joe with a bit of fancy thrown in. I think that's just a really cool way of doing it, like a bit of mysticism. Some of these characters are really old. They've been holding on to their 7 secrets, or whatever secret it is they've had for hundreds and hundreds of years. They've all gone through this epic training. It's so cool. Yeah, GP Venom, War Machine putting it about a bit, pretty much. Yeah. Oh, Hydra, sorry, mate. I've just seen your comment. Yeah, thank you for popping in. And I can't wait to see this virtual tour that you did of your local school. I hope it was okay. I hope that they let you in. I hope it wasn't just a case of you walking around doing a virtual tour. Anyway, I'm interested to see where Secret 7 goes, because they've introduced this bad character who's got like a history with the Secret 7. So I'm interested to find out what his history is with them, and like why he's after them, and why he's trying to like destroy their kind of whatever they're doing. Like he's trying to steal the secrets, as it were. Hello, Elliot. Nice to meet you, mate. Elliot is one of my mom's friends. He's something to do with, I think, my mom's guide dog kind of situation. So hello, Elliot. Nice to meet you, mate. What was I saying? Yeah, sorry. And the secrets, 7 Secrets. The one other thing that I like about 7 Secrets is you're following the kid, the main character. You're following his story, and I really feel for him. And I kind of feel like the way it's written, Tom Taylor's written it, is you're him. You're following his story, and you're from his angle. Obviously, that's how it is. But you kind of feel for him, the fact that his mom, he doesn't know whether his mom or his dad loves him, and then he gets he actually gets the case, and then his mom says he's proud of him and she loves him, but she's not allowed to love him because of the 7 Secrets kind of cult thing, where they're not allowed to love their children if they've had children, and their job is their only thing, and that's the only thing they're allowed to do. I kind of like the fact that he's struggling with that, but yet he's still, or is one of the best candidates to take on the case. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, I mean, again, one of my favorite books at the moment. So if you haven't read it, go and read Secret Seven. All 3 issues, they're amazing. Very worth reading. I actually think, although there's only been 3 issues, I feel like it's been a lot longer. I feel like I've read more, and I'm more invested than just 3 issues, which is quite cool. That's quite a cool way of showing a good book. Anyway, finally, after all my chirping on, is my pick of the week. So I'm going in at Spider-Man, Amazing Spider-Man issue 50. Nick Spencer and Patrick Gleason are doing incredible things with Spider-Man. This issue sent me on an emotional roller coaster. I was up, I was down, I was like, what's going on? I was loving it from start to finish, but I was just so invested through the whole thing. It was incredible. Before I even start talking, I'm just going to say everything that's going to come out of my mouth for the next couple of minutes is probably going to be a spoiler for this particular book. So if you're not interested in finding out what happens in Spider-Man issue 50, see it. If you are, stick with me. Like I said, it took me on an emotional path of ups and downs. And as we found out in issue 49, Spider-Man was quite willing to leave Norman Osborn for the Sin Eater to just, essentially kill and take all his sins. So that was brutal. It's something you don't get from Spider-Man. He never normally does the whole brutality thing. Like, he's all about making sure that he saves people and always tries to find the right thing to do. But in this case, the right thing to do was to leave good old Norman Osborn behind. So he did. He decided to leave him behind, which is obviously not the Spider-Man thing to do. The right thing to do, maybe. So he gets shot by Sin Eater and loses all his sins, maybe. But it now has caused a huge problem for Spider-Man, because Kindred has now got the powers or the sins of Norman Osborn. So you end up seeing Norman Osborn begging for his life with Sin Eater. He's like, "Don't shoot me, please don't do what you're going to do. We could take on Kindred, me and you. You don't know who he is. You don't know what he's after. I do. So, right there, Norman Osborn knows exactly who Kindred is. Right. So you find that out. So Norman Osborn's known who Kindred is right from the start. So he knows what's going on. Then Sin Eater shoots him, and he ends up taking all his sins. And then you get this horrible thing with Kindred, where he basically breaks poor Sin Eater down and is like, "Yeah, you've done all this, you've taken all these sins, but you've never accounted for one particular sin that you did. So, sorry, mate, here's all the betrayal. See ya, I'm going to take all these sins. Sorry, Sin Eater. Suck on that one." So he's done all these really good things by taking all these sins from all these people to help Kindred, whatever he's got to do to get all this power. And then he essentially got shafted. So poor old Sin Eater has now been shafted. Bless him. Yeah, I just felt, I really felt for Sin Eater, even though he's not a good guy. So then you get that, and then you get to see Spider-Man go through this turmoil in his head. He talks to the other Spider-Men and Spider-Women about stuff that's going on, and then these sins attack him. That's pretty much what then happens, and he ends up at Doctor Strange is in this one, so that's pretty cool. Anyway, the big thing of this, and like Hydra said, it's shame it took 2 years to reveal who Kindred is. If you haven't turned off, please turn off if you don't want to know. But Kindred is Harry Osborn. I mean, what is that all about? As if it's Harry Osborn. I mean, my head just literally went as soon as I read it. What's up, straight out Crampton? All right, Ben. I just realised you're in. Harry Osborn is Kindred. I mean, what's that all about? Hasn't he been enough characters in Spider-Man? I mean, he's been Green Goblin. I think he's been Hobgoblin. I mean, the dude has been through the ringer. I mean, do we really need Harry Osborn to be another character in Spider-Man with a new name, with a new ability, trying to shaft someone, trying to do Spider-Man over? I don't really understand why he's Kindred, but I'm sure we'll find out. But again, I thought this was solidly my favorite book this week. very, very good all-round comic. I liked the emotional roller coaster that I went on. I did like what they did with Norman Osborn begging for his life with Sin Eater, and I liked the betrayal from Sin Eater to from Kindred and Sin Eater. I didn't like the reveal. That's my only criticism. Is I didn't particularly like the fact that it was Harry Osborn, but I'm sure my mind will be changed because I'm easily swayed and I love pretty much everything. Oh, okay, Hydra. So Hydra's saying that Harry was his first choice. It's a shame they couldn't give us a new character. I totally agree, mate. I think they should have given us a brand spanking new character. It would have been nice to have had someone to really get behind that you've never seen before, and a bit more of a different angle or a different backstory, like someone that has been affected by Spider-Man indirectly or something like that would have been a bit cooler than it being Harry Osborn. But anyway, so guys, that is the end of my reviews. I'm afraid I haven't read anything else, so I can't give you any other reviews of anything else. But there are lots of comics that came out this week that are worth reading that we haven't, or I haven't reviewed. So don't just go off my top 5. And if you do disagree with anything I say, or want to leave your own comment below in the comments, please do tell me what you think of what I've been reading, and tell me what you've read that I haven't read, to get me to read that kind of stuff. So that actually brings me to the end of the video. But before I bugger off and leave you all to have a lovely evening, I have got to tell you all, or must make a little announcement, that today I launched the Not Quite Mint comic shop. It's my own comic shop. It's something I've dreamt of since I was 7 years old. So today I sent it live. So if you want to go to www.notquitemint.com, you will find that there is now a comic shop there. It's been a massive thing for me, and I'd like to thank all my friends and family for helping me and supporting me in this. But I especially want to thank Rich, even though he's not here, because he's helped me put this together. So it's been really cool. I mean, I am still going to be on the channel. I'm still going to be doing this with you guys. But if I'm not here, it's because I'm doing the website stuff, or I've got other bits and pieces to do. I'll be doing reveals of what comics are coming out on the shop. I will be talking exclusives. I'll be talking slabs. I'll be doing all sorts of things all over on here, Instagram, Twitter, and yeah, and Facebook. So yeah, please follow us on all of that, so you get to see any of the books that I'm going to put out about. So that brings me to my 3 that I actually currently have in stock. So I've got Stillwater by Chip Zdarsky, and I've got this lovely cover from 616, which is the John Doe cover. That is the thing. We are in partnership with 616. So any independent covers that they've got on their website, I will probably be having them. So if you see anything on the website you like that they've got, give me a shout. I'm sure it's something I will have. We've also got Stargazer issue 1 by Angelano Grildal, I think the cover is. And that was limited to 200 copies of that. So if you want one, give us a shout. It's on the website. This one, I forgot to say, is limited to 500 copies of this particular cover. So get them while they're hot, guys, while we still got them. And also, I've got me and Rich have got an interview coming up with Hal Larn in a couple of weeks' time. So we will be discussing this book, which is Power Rangers Daken, or New Daken, Daken New Dawn issue 2. And it is by Hal Larn, and it is 1 of 500. So if you want to get hold of this bad boy, I've got that one as well. So those are the 3 we've got in stock. There are a load of pre-orders up there as well. So yeah, please head over, guys, and see what's going on. I mean, all the support you guys can give me would be great. I've just noticed all the comments, and I hadn't even spotted them before. Yeah, well, thanks everyone for your support. It means a lot. It really does mean a lot to me that you're all supporting me. Greyman, there will be some old comics, not at the moment. I've got to list them and go through them and stuff, but there will be some old school Uncanny X-Men popping up some point, some old Journey into Mystery, Thor, and a few independent stuff that I've got that I've picked up. So hopefully there'll be some good stuff there for everyone. So again, guys, thank you ever so much for sticking around for the reviews. Thank you for listening to me talk on about the website. I hope you all head over there and can find something that you're interested in. FYI, those of you in the comments and those of you who have supported the Not Quite Mint channel, if you put in at checkout hashtag Not Quite Mint Family, Sorry, NQM family. So NQM family. Sorry, hashtag NQM family. If you put that in at the end, I'll give you a 10% discount off anything you buy. And also, any of you that are interested, my Art of Tom mailing prints will be going up on there as well. So you will be able to get commissions from me art-wise, and you'll also be able to pick up some of my prints. But that's all future development. But yeah, thank you guys ever so much for the support on everything. It means 100% to me. I don't know how to explain it without bursting into tears, but thanks guys. It's a huge thing for me, so thank you ever so much. That brings me to the end of the whole show, so I'm off now. See you. Come back on Monday, because we'll be doing our X of Swords review, and hopefully we'll have Ben Crampton in for that and some others. So the invitation is out there for all of you to join. I can drop a link so you can all join the X of Swords discussion, so we can all talk about the X of Swords or Ten of Swords, whichever way you want to go about it. That'll be on Monday night at 6 o'clock. That'll be another live show with me. There'll be another review show next Thursday. Tuesday there'll be another key show where we'll be talking next week's keys. And then Thursday there'll be another review show, so stick out for that one. And I think Rich is probably going to be dropping an unboxing video over the weekend. I think it's actually our CGC week, so it'd be worth watching, because we get some really cool stuff in the CGC, and I have complete utter control over whether or not Rich gets to see the grades, and I get to see them all, but he's got no idea what they are. So it's quite an emotional roller coaster that I send him on, which is quite fun to watch. It's purely, I'm torturing the poor bloke, but it's fun. Anyway, so that's the end of that. So yeah, please do come back, guys. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the dingly bell, follow us on all the Instagram and all the social media outlets. Give us the thumbs up. Head over to the comic shop. Give us some support. Well, give me some support. And yeah, stay safe, guys. Stay sexy.